That's another thing, is just the fact that on my boot camps, as well as other pickup artists, again, real pickup artists, on my boot camp, the way I work it is I will always do the first approach of the night. So you guys who've been on boot camp with me, you know that's what I do. We all gather together. Once the second we meet, no matter how I'm feeling, right? I could be sick that day, whatever. No matter how I'm feeling, I always let you guys pick the target. You pick the first target for me to go approach. I will approach the first girl of the night, and I let my students pick. Okay? They can pick any girl they want. They can pick the toughest target in there, the hottest target in there, and I will go approach her. And after my approach is done, if the student does not like what he sees, he can come off boot camp and get a full refund. You are not obligated to stay. If I approach that girl, you don't like what you see, you don't like, say I got blown out, you don't like, oh man, he's not who he says, you could get off boot camp and I will refund you. That's how I work, right? To this day, I've only had one student out of like decades of doing this come off boot camp, and it was because he got intimidated when he saw me pick up the girl. And I actually got a instant make out and all this. He got a little too intimidated. He's never done cold approach before, and he was literally shaking in his boots, and I mean almost just breaking down emotionally. And I felt like I didn't want to force him because I think he had a little bit of mental health issues. So he was one guy where I didn't want to push him too hard because he was already looking like he was going to have a nervous breakdown. That was the only guy. Everybody else repeatedly stays on boot camp. But to this day, that's the way I work it. I'm like, I'll approach the first girl. If you don't like what you see, you can end the boot camp now. You don't have to go forward. You could get your money back. We'll just part friends. That's never happens. Guys, stay on my boot camp. When you take a player's boot camp, do you think they're going to give you that type of refund policy? Do you think they're gonna be like, okay, I'll approach the first girl, and if you don't like it, then you could get off? No, it's like you paid, you're staying. You paid, no refunds. That's how they work it. That's what I've seen from a lot of these guys. They run their boot camp. So that's another thing. If you ever take a boot camp from any player or pickup artist, if they're not willing to do the first approach of the night and give you that opportunity to come off boot camp and fully refund you, if you don't like what you see, if you see his ass getting blown out, if you see he's not who he says he is on his YouTube channel, don't take his boot camp. Okay? Don't take his boot camp, because these things are not cheap, right? Some of these guys charge thousands of dollars. That should be part of the requirement. Never take a player or pickup artist boot camp from anybody who is not willing to do the first approach of the night. If you're a dating coach and you're running boot camp, you need to do the first approach of the night, and you need to let your students pick the target. Why? So you can prove who you say you are. And if you are who you say you are, you'll have no problem proving it. Just like I have no problem proving it. And even when I have to do the first approach of the night, do I always get the girl? No. No. Right? I'm human. Sometimes I just can't get her, right? But the student sees me constantly pushing past her objections, pushing past her little shit tests, her female tests, her little alpha behaviors. The student sees me in set trying, and not doing it in a cringy or socially awkward way, but in a way that's high value from a masculine frame. They see me stay in set, they see me tread those deep waters, right? And so even if I don't get the girl, if I don't happen to get her, they still stay on boot camp because they're like, that's amazing, dude. I would have left. The second she started yelling at me, I would have left. The second she said no, I would have left. And they're like, that's amazing. You got that far with her, right? That's crazy. But many times I do get the girl, right? Many times I do. So they're able to see that too. Many times I will usually try to impress students, admittedly, right? If they're like, oh, that girl, I will try to go for the instant makeout. I will try to get physical with her to show the students what is possible. So I'm not going to just go in the set and try to get a number closed and like, here I go, everyone ready for boot camp? No, I try to push the set, right? I will try to get that girl to hang out with us for the rest of the night. right? If I don't just get the instant makeout alone, I will hold hands with a girl. And a lot of times, too, these girls will help on boot camp, which is funny, right? They love that. They're like, oh my gosh, you're teaching these guys? I love that. And they'll help wing and everything. So it's really, really a fun night when I take my students out on boot camp. Another thing is I don't drink, right? I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't do alcohol. You guys know that about me. So when you come on my boot camp, I am there for you 100%. And I've always said too, I'm kind of cursed because whenever I'm on boot camp, I tend to meet a pretty cool chick, and I can't really do anything with her because I'm with my students. So usually I'll make her part of my boot camp, or I'll even just give her to a student. Like if a student's like really struggling, I'd be like, let me introduce you to one of my students here, right? And I'll do the accomplishment intro and introduce her to him, right? When really I could take her for myself. But I will, because I'm on boot camp, because I'm being paid, I take that seriously, right? You're spending your hard-earned money on me or my program. I'm going to go the extra end for you. I'm going to do whatever I can. And I've said too, I have the most generous return policy in the entire dating community. Right? Nobody has, like even my 33 Secrets has a 100-day return policy. That's insane. You look at any of these players or pickup boot camp or pickup programs, they ain't giving you no 100 days to return that. You got 10, 14 if that, if any. A lot of these guys won't give you anything. The reason why I could give a return policy that that lengthy is because I believe in my stuff. I know what I have to teach you has value. Okay, I believe in my stuff. If I didn't believe in it, then yeah, there'd be no refunds, right? No refunds. And really only my 7 months to mastery is something that you're responsible for canceling. You can cancel at any time. You're not stuck in there. So even my 7 months to mastery, which technically you can't really have a refund program on, you just cancel whenever. It's like your cell phone service, right? You have your cell phone service, you just cancel. You can't like use your cell phone service for 6 months and call back and be like, hey, can I get those 6 months back? No, it's like a cell phone plan. But as for my programs, have the most generous return policy in the dating community, and especially my boot camp. Very important, guys. If you ever take a PUA boot camp or anybody's boot camp period where you're going out to approach girls, I'm telling you now, that guy has to do the first approach of the night. The instructor of that boot camp better do the first approach of the night, and you pick the target. You tell that guy, we're going to pick the target, and you approach her. We want to watch. We want to see your skill set. Prove yourself. Okay? Which I do on every single boot camp without fail. Without fail. Okay? And like I said, if the student doesn't like what he sees, if he finds out that you're just all talk and no game, right? You can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. That you're just full of shit, or you're a drunk idiot on these boot camps, or you need liquid courage. If the student finds that out on your first approach, he can get off that boot camp, and you refund him. Okay? And I've heard stories of some of these other dudes, like where their students were not happy with their boot camp, and the guy not only didn't refund him, but blocked him on social media. That's not having integrity, right? And that is something that only somebody who would be considered a player would do. Pickup artists would never do that, right? I consider myself a pickup artist. I would not do that to you. This is why I do the first approach of the night, because I don't want you to be 2 days into the boot camp and then realize like, oh, not learning anything from you. This is why I do the first approach of the night, guys. And you pick the girl. She could be the hottest girl in the venue. And a lot of times you guys pick like the most insane situations where you pick, I've had students pick like the model looking girl in the bar surrounded by 2 guys. I don't know if these are her boyfriends, her bodyguards. I have to risk my life to go approach this girl just to prove to the students that I am who I say I am. But I'm willing to do it because of the amount of money they're spending to be out with me. Again, boot camps are cheap. I'm willing to prove myself, which every legit boot camp instructor should do. Okay? Should do. That is how you run your boot camps. Mystery used to do the same thing. Do the first approach at night so you can all see that he is who he says he is. And I follow the same path. Okay? Only I let the students choose the target. That way they know it's real. That way they know that she's not a plant or anything like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pick this girl that I already know. No, I let them choose the girl. Okay, and it's often in a venue that we've never been to before. Especially when I went to Atlanta last month or 2 months ago. It's on my IG, and the student was like, "Go approach her," and of course the girl was like in a group with like three guys. They turned out to be coworkers, but I'm like, okay, ready? Stay by me, watch me, right? Pay attention, and I want that too. I want the students right by me as I approach the girl. I want them near enough where they can hear, seeing what I'm saying, seeing how I conduct myself, seeing how I hold my frame when the girl's throwing me shit tests. I want the students to see this, okay? Not only to give myself, credibility, but so they can see how it's done. And it makes it easier for me to teach them. It makes it a whole lot easier for me to teach them that weekend because they're seeing it live. They're seeing me do it live. And it's especially good when the girl kind of throws me a lot of curveballs because then they see how I handle those curveballs, which they will get on boot camp, especially if they're not used to doing cold approach. But if you're out with an instructor or you pay some guy $3,000 to take his boot camp or whatever you pay him, and he's just sitting there, kicking back on the chair, getting drunk, ask for a refund. All right? Get off that boot camp. Ask for an automatic refund. That's the honorable thing to do. Okay, and that's something I do for my students who dish out that kind of money for my boot camp, who fly all the way into Los Angeles or Vegas or San Francisco to game with me. That is something I do for you because you're investing so much in me beyond just money, but time, belief, faith. So when you come out there, believe me, I'm gonna make it happen, right? You want me to approach any girl you want me to approach, I will do it, and you will watch. Okay, and even in the few chances, right, that I don't get the girl, you will see me hold my frame. You will see me try. I will burn that set to the ground, but not in a way that's cringy or creepy, but in a way that's high value. Where I part ways with a girl, we leave as friends, and many times I still get the girl's contact info. I will still get her contact info. Say she's in a relationship or something like that, or say she's just not feeling it. I'm like, well, if you change your mind, let's at least exchange info. Let's do the social media thing, and many times the girl will. She's okay with that. So I still come away with something. I don't just leave empty-handed, guys. I don't leave empty-handed. Sometimes too, if she's like, no, I don't want anything, blah blah, and I go, okay, it was nice meeting you. Little kiss, right? And I'll turn over a little kiss, right? Sometimes I'll get that, but my students will see like, wow, this guy is doing things that I've never seen another man do. And he's doing it in a way that is attractive, whereas the player can never pull that off, okay? For any guy who's ever been on my boot camp, they will sing my praise for me, and they will say like, this is why you get so many guys in the comments going, M is the real deal. And I've been on M's boot camp. He literally says, pick the girl. I'll do the first approach of the night. If you don't like what you see, you can get off boot camp now. You'll get a full refund, and we can part ways. Part as friends. It's fine, right? Because my credibility is more important to me, right? My integrity is more important to me. You have to have integrity if you're going to teach other men. But if you're a piece of shit, if you're a player, and you're just trying to rob guys of their money while accusing legit pickup artists, legit boot camps of doing that, you're just a piece of shit, right? If you're not doing the first approach of the night, you're a piece of shit. If you're not showing your students why they paid thousands of dollars to be out with you, you're a piece of shit. So guys, hold every dating coach to this standard if you're going to go on a boot camp. A, you do the first approach of the night. B, if I don't like what I see, if I don't like it, I get a full refund. That's fair, okay? That is fair. That is how you should conduct yourself. And I don't know how we went on this tangent because I was talking about congruence, but this is a problem with guys who are incongruent. Guys who we would classify as players. And I'm tired of, the mainstream and even guys in the community itself conflating pickup artists with player. We are two different personalities, two different mindsets. We are not the same person. Okay? And there's a reason why a pickup artist is called an artist because we view this as an art form. We are social masters, right? We are social artists at the end of the day. We are attractors. Whereas the player is just a horn dog, right? He's just a horny guy. Just a horny guy who doesn't care about rejection. That's it. That's really the difference. Okay, a pickup artist is far more than that. And I've even heard Jordan Peterson bash pickup artists, and he did it too. He's conflating pickup artists with players. And he's kind of conflating this like 2002 canned style of pickup that really nobody ever, took seriously. They conflate that with what pickup really is. And pickup, the way I teach my students, the way I've always taught it, is being your best, most genuine, and most authentic and highest value self around not only the girl, but everybody. Excuse me, everybody, right? And conducting yourself in a way that other men will look up to you, want to emulate you, and want to be like you. And I really believe this is why my channel has just exploded in growth. My business has like exploded in growth even before like it really took off, even well before I even had 100,000 subscribers. I remember when I was only at like 20 or 30,000 subscribers. I mean, I already had like a really successful business going just because of my reputation. And that's very important to me, is my reputation. This is why, these guys, when I see them do these like ridiculous expose videos or things like that, I laugh my ass off because they don't understand how important my credibility is to me. They don't understand what it takes to build a business on this level and to stay in the game as long as I have, even before mystery and beyond mystery. I think he just recently came back to teaching, right? But to stay in the game this long, you have to have street cred. You can't be like scamming people and bullshitting people. You won't last a second in this. You won't, because guys will see through you, word will spread, and that will be that. Okay, but there's a reason why I've been in here, been doing this as long as I have, right? And it's no accident that I continue to just grow and grow while everybody else is just like worried about tearing each other down, especially in Manosphere. Everyone's like trying to expose each other. I just sit back and watch all that like it's just a circus, right? It's a circus, but you never see me conduct myself like that, do you? You don't see me doing these exposed videos on anyone. Even the guys I have a problem with. It's like, that's you, dude. That's not me. If I have a problem with anybody, I will reach out to them through messaging, email, social media, whatever. And I'll say, hey, I got a problem with you. Can we talk? Right? Because that's how men do it. That's how real pickup artists do it. Anyway, I've said enough. But sun's coming up. It's like 5 in the morning here. So I'm going to cut this. But if you have any other questions, drop them below in my comments. Let me know what you think. Yeah, those are the differences between a player versus a pickup artist, and I felt like I really, really needed to clear this up today and just finally bang this coaching video out, and then we will get back to our normal style coaching videos, and then probably mix in a few of these from time to time just to keep things fresh, just to keep things interesting, and just because I like doing them. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from the 33 Secrets, signing out from Vegas here. As you see, the sun's starting to come up. It's about like 5:30 in the morning. Kid you not, it's like 5:30 a.m. I get up pretty early to shoot these for you. Sun's starting to come up. Got a great shot of the strip here. Got the Venetian behind me, the High Roller Tower, Palazzo, Trump Tower way in the background, and then you got Caesar's Palace right over there. Okay, and just kind of got this room on a whim. I'll be here for the entire month, hanging out here, doing some private boot camps, as well as shooting out these content for my YouTube channel, and just enjoying Vegas with my girl. So, as always, don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to my channel, because it tells YouTube that you are loving my content, you're digging it, you're feeling it, and you want me to produce more of it. So make sure
that you're subscribed as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this gold pill, platinum pill, and awesome pill even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, most beautiful, and most high caliber looking women on the planet. 8s, 9s, and 10s, as we call them on my channel. I teach you how to do that, and I've got thousands of students all around the world approaching and closing girls every single week on all 4 corners of the globe, and I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. I want you to learn pickup, to learn game. Okay, real pickup, real game. And it's really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.